What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Melissa Skolis, and I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
And have you ever exhibited your art before?
I have. I started out in art school, which I went to Hartford Art School, and kind of started slowly getting out there, doing little shows, like group shows, and I'm excited to do my first solo show.
And how do you feel about this opportunity to exhibit your art with no judges or jury in it?
It's fantastic. I mean, one of the biggest struggles, I guess, especially when you're trying to be an individual and get your work out there, but there are restrictions or rules that you have to follow by, and sometimes your art doesn't always fit into a certain category. So,
And how long have you been painting?
I've been painting, like I would say, seriously since I was in high school, which was in 2005. That's when I really started to take off and like take my work seriously.
And is anyone in your family creative as you are?
Well, my father is a musician. He was actually a metal vocalist in a band called Steel Assassin, and my mom is a ballerina. So I have some creative people in my life, definitely.
And what type of art do you produce?
I would say that it's kind of a combination of things, but I try to aim towards both psychedelia, surrealism, symbolism. Like, I just try to fuse different things together to make something unique.
And what do you think most inspires you when painting?
Definitely music. Music is a huge outlet for me. I find that especially when I need to indulge in a certain mood or sensation, that listening to music that brings that out more is like the most productive thing to do.
And do you have any special techniques that you use when painting?
Well, I definitely prefer to paint in different lightings and including like painting in pure darkness, almost just with like black light or blue lighting. I think that it's interesting to try to create like dual images when I don't really know what to say about that, but
And how do you come up with your ideas?
it's a combination of things, really, like research, experience, like personal life experience, and kind of translating that into a language of my own. Um, for example, like I may be feeling something or going on, like something's happening in my life that I may not feel comfortable talking about, but I can translate that into a visual form. And that's why art is a great outlet.
And tell us about one of your paintings.
Um, well, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I got in this piece. I call it Tablet Cider. I guess it's a good example of the style I'm trying to achieve, and hopefully continue to push in that direction. But I want to create work that is both like a balance of like light and dark, and also gives the viewer something to kind of get lost in and interpret in their own way.
And if you had to guess, how many paintings do you think you have altogether?
Uh, I'm not really sure anymore because there are so many, and many of paintings were left behind. Um, I moved to Florida 3 years ago, and this show is especially exciting to me because I'm sharing work that I've created since I moved here, and I have no like previous work. So, but before I probably had like close to like 40 paintings complete somewhere around.
And what does the word art mean to you?
Art is life. Art is expression. Art is the ability to express yourself, and that's really the most important thing to me. So.
And are you working on any art projects right now? And if so, can you tell us about it?
I have a few things going on in the mix. I try to have two or three projects going at once because I find that otherwise I might stagnate or worry too much about the piece that I'm working on. So it's good to jump back and forth. And I'm hoping to accomplish a few more pieces for the show in time. So, um,
Sure.